An IP address is a unique address that identifies a device on the Internet or a local network. IP stands for Internet Protocol, which is the set of rules governing the format of data sent via the Internet or local network. IPv4 addresses are 32-bit numbers that are typically displayed in dotted decimal notation. A 32-bit address contains two primary parts, the network prefix and the host number. All hosts within a single network share the same network address. This IP address class is used when there are a large number of hosts. In a Class A type of network, the first 8 bits, also called the first octet, identify the network, and the remaining have 24 bits for the host into that network. Classful addressing is a network addressing the Internet's architecture from 1981 till classless interdomain routing was introduced in 1993. This addressing method divides the IP address into 5 separate classes based on 4 address bits. Here, classes A, B, and C offers addresses for networks of 3 distinct network sizes. Class D is only used for multicast, and Class E is served exclusively for experimental purposes. Class A addresses 127.0.0.0 to 127.255.255.255 cannot be used and are reserved for loopback and diagnostic functions. Class B network in a B-class IP address, the binary addresses start with 10. In this IP address, the class decimal number can be between 128 to 191. The number 127 is reserved for loopback, which is used for internal testing on the local machine. The first 16 bits, known as 2 octets, help you identify the network. The other remaining 16 bits indicate the host within the network. Class C network. Class C is a type of IP address that is used for a small network. In this class, 3 octets are used to indent the network. This IP ranges between 192 to 223. In this type of network addressing method, the first 2 bits are set to be 1, and the third bit is set to 0, which makes the first 24 bits of the address them and the remaining bit the host address. Mostly local area networks used Class C IP addresses to connect with the network. Class D addresses are only used for multicasting applications. Class D is never used for regular networking operations. This class addresses the first 3 bits set to 1, and their fourth bit set to use for 0. Class D addresses are 32-bit network addresses. All the values within the range are used to identify multicast groups uniquely. A Class E IP address is defined by including the starting 4 network address bits as 1, which allows you to incorporate addresses from 240.0.0.0 to 255.255.255.255. However, the E class is reserved, and its usage is never defined. Therefore, many network implementations discard these addresses as undefined or illegal. Private IP addresses are commonly used for residential and corporate networks, as the addresses cannot be seen outside the private network. Internet service providers, ISPs, may also allocate a single routable IPv4 address to residential customers. To translate that one address to multiple addresses, so multiple devices can have the assigned address, a network address translator, port address translator gateway is used. This method can connect multiple hosts. Private IPv4 addresses have the following class configurations. Class A IP addresses. Configurations range from 10.0.0.0 to 10.255.255.255. This class is for large networks and has 8 bits for the network and 24 bits for hosts. Class B IP addresses. Configurations range from 172.16.0.0 to 172.31.255.255. This class is for medium networks and has 16 bits for the network and 16 bits for hosts. Class C IP addresses. Configurations range from 192.168.0.0 to 192.168.255.255. This class is for smaller networks and has 24 bits for the network and 8 bits for hosts. Classful addressing categorizes the IP addresses into 5 major classes: Class A, B, C, D, and E. Classless addressing is also called classless interdomain routing, CIDR. This addressing type helps to allocate IP addresses more efficiently. When the user requires a particular number of IP addresses, this method assigns a block of IP addresses concerning certain rules. And this block is called a CIDR block and has the required number of IP addresses.